Quick questions. Your phone might be designed in the US, assembled in Vietnam, using minerals from Australia, shipped through Singapore, and paid for online from anywhere. So, whose economy is that phone part of? Hi everyone, my name is Ha, and I'm here because whether you live in Sydney, Melbourne, Hobart, and Hanoi, or Ho Chi Minh City, or somewhere in between, international economics is already part of your daily life, even if no one ever explained it to you. But don't worry, no math, no graph, no exams, just real world logics. So what is international economics really? At its core, international economics asks a simple questions. How do countries survive, compete, and cooperate in a connected world? It looks at trade, what country buys or sells, money, currencies exchange rate, and power, who sets the rules and who follow them. Think of the world as a giant group project. Some countries do most of the work. Some bring resources, some bring in skills, and some just coordinate everything. And yes, some still copy homework. So why do countries trade? Let's be practical. For example, Australia, strong in minerals, agriculture, education, iron ore, beef, wheat, and international students. And Vietnam, on the other side, for example, strong in manufacturing, electronics, textiles, food processing, phones, clothes, furniture, seafood. So could Australia manufacture millions of smartphones cheaply? Technically, yes. Economically, not a good idea. Could Vietnam mine massive amounts of iron ore like Australia? Again, possible, but inefficient. This is called comparative advantage. Country focus on what they can do relatively better than trade. It's not about being the best at everything. It's about being good enough at the right things. That's why Australian iron ore helps build Asian cities. Vietnamese factories supply global brands. Both countries gain from trade with each other. Then import, export, trade deficit. Okay, don't panic. Let's clear up some scary words. Export mean what the country sells. Imports, what a country buys. Now back to our example of Australia and Vietnam. Australia export resources, food, education services. Vietnam export manufactured goods, electronics, agriculture. Now, one of the things is you may hear the scary headline, country X has a trade deficit. This just means it buys more than it sells. For young people, think of it like this. You buy food, clothes, a phone. You don't export anything. You still survive. The trade deficit becomes a problem only when debt grows too fast or the economy depends too much on one partner. That's why countries care about diversifying trade, like not putting all eggs in one basket. Yes, even economic baskets break. So the next thing will be tariff, trade war, and political drama. A tariff, simply put, a tax on goods or imported goods. Government says they use tariff to protect local jobs, support national industries, defense economic survivability. But here's the real life effect. Prices goes up, consumers pay more, other countries respond with their own tariffs, and that's called trade war. Trade wars are rarely about economics alone, but it's also about politics, national pride, fears of losing control. Young people often pay the price through higher living costs, fewer jobs opportunities, slower economic growth. Nobody put that on campaign poster. So next thing, exchange rate. Why you or your money feels different abroad. If you ever study overseas or send money home, bought something online from another country, you've met the exchange rate. So when The Australia dollars fall, import gets more expensive, overseas travel hurts your wallet. When the Vietnamese dong is stable, exports stay competitive, foreign investment feels safer. So exchange rate depends on trade, interest rate, investor confidence, global events. In simple terms, money moves where people feel safest, and fear travels faster than ships. Globalizations, opportunities, and anxieties. Globalizations connected Australia, Vietnam, and the world. The benefit: jobs, technologies transfer, lower poverty, cultural exchange. On the other side, the problems: unequal benefit, job displacement, environmental pressure, cultural tensions. Now, here's the key ideas. Globalization works best when governments protect people, not just profit. When young people feel left behind, they don't blame economics, they can blame the system. And sometimes they're right. So why international economic master to you? Let me finish with this. You don't need to be rich. You don't need a degree. You don't need to work in finance. If you work, study, consume, travel, or plan a future, international economics already affects you. Understanding it doesn't make you an expert. It makes you harder to mislead. And today's world, that's a powerful skill. If you find this useful, like, share, and subscribe. And if you like to hear more about another topic, please comment below. Thank you for watching.